I'm going to be rebuilding the Baltimore Ravens after they just traded for Diontae Johnson. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys like and or subscribe. I would appreciate that. Let's see if we can get this video to 100 likes. But for the Ravens, they traded away a 5th round pick, and I believe they received a 6th round pick from the Panthers. So the Panthers continue to make terrible decisions. The Ravens receiving core is actually pretty underrated. Rashad Bateman's been doing good. Yes, he dropped a huge catch versus the Browns because the sun was in his eyes, which is crazy. Zay Flowers has been great, getting a number 2, and Diontae Johnson's great. Mark Andrews has been trending down this year, but these past few weeks in real life, Mark Andrews has been great. Isaiah Likely is only a 74 overall in Madden, which is ridiculous in my opinion. The receiving core isn't bad. It's just not like stud-like. They don't have a crazy wide receiver one. Zay Flowers is more of a slot player, and then Mark Andrews is more of a wide receiver one, well, more of a receiving tight end one. A wide receiver one and a tight end one are completely two different things. Derrick Henry has been amazing for the Baltimore Ravens. I'm going to start Keaton Mitchell over Justice Hill, even though Justice Hill has been good for the Ravens in real life. Lamar Jackson up to a 99 overall. The team is amazing, other than I would say Vahorez and Falalele have been terrible at guard. Rosengarten here has been really solid for the Ravens so far. Tyler Linderbaum, Ronnie Stanley have been holding down the line. In the beginning of the year, the Ravens offensive line was doing really bad. As the season's progressed, it's gotten better, and I think that would be the exact same scenario with their defense here. A lot of people are like, oh, they're allowing 30 points a game. Last game, Eddie Jackson, I hate you, dude. So we had Marlon Humphrey and Nate Wiggins, both of our starting DBs, out, and I think Brandon Stevens was injured for half that game at least. So we had terrible DBs in, which means Kyle Hamilton had to move down to the slot player, and then Eddie Jackson had to start at safety, and he was awful. Kyle Hamilton dropped a game-sealing pick versus the Browns, but either way, he was still an amazing player that game. But Eddie Jackson, he dropped like 3 easy interceptions that could have gone the other way and could have sealed the deal. It was just all around bad, but either way, an L is an L. I'll take that. As you can see, I switched the Ravens into a 4-3 defense instead of a 3-4. I know they always run 3-4 in real life, but in Madden, 3-4s are terrible. 4-3s always work. Kyle Hamilton being only an 88 overall, extremely disrespectful. First team All-Pro in his second year, only an 88. That's insane to me. We got Nate Wiggins. I'm going to put him in the slot DB, move Eddie Jackson's bum ass down, and everyone else will be good here. Seems pretty good for the team, and let's just rebuild with Diontae Johnson. It's not much of a rebuild, of course, because it's the Baltimore Ravens, but the defense looks really good on paper. You just need to get some stuff together, especially with the secondary core. Here we are at the midseason mark, as we are 4-3 here to face the Cleveland Browns, as we are currently second in the division behind the 5-2 Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals are currently like, what, 3-5 in real life? They're the best 3-5 team I've ever seen coming from a Baltimore Ravens fan. But for the scouting national focus, even though we do need interior offensive line, I still think we need to focus on DB here. We need a DB number 3. And for the players ready to negotiate, Ronnie Stanley is the franchise left tackle, 2-year contract. I'll accept that. Don't want to sign these on long-term deals because Lamar has a huge contract. Brandon Stevens, I really don't mind. I don't know if we should keep him, though, just because the cap situation. Eddie Jackson, no. Justice Hill, no. Deontay Hardy, and all these other extras, I'm just going to say no to. I really don't mind Nelson Aguilar in real life. He's actually pretty solid, even though he did drop a couple passes versus the Browns. I'll accept the option for Kyle Hamilton and Tyler Linderbaum. So I got to be conservative with my money because, of course, I got to pay Linderbaum and Kyle Hamilton. So I don't think I'm going to re-sign Brandon Stevens just for that. I want to save the cap room for re-signing bigger players. So for now, it's just time to move in to the playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs as we are 11-6 and we are top of the division holding a 3 seed here. We face the 12-5 Jets. The Jets probably won't even make the playoffs in real life. But for the stats and awards, Lamar Jackson, top 10 QB, obviously, 8th best offense in the NFL, 31st defense. Oh, it's super realistic. No, the Ravens have an 87 overall defense in Madden. Not realistic. Lamar Jackson, 4,100 yards, 33 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, 108 passer rating. Derrick Henry, 17 touchdowns. Lamar Jackson, 10 rushing touchdowns, 4.8 per carry for Derrick Henry and 1,200 yards receiving wise. Rashad Bateman stepping up here. Breakout season for him finally. 15 touchdowns, almost 1,100 yards. Hopefully he gets superstar development for that. Mark Andrews, 6 touchdowns, 900 yards. Diontae Johnson, 6 touchdowns, 900 yards. Zay Flowers underperforming at the wide receiver 1 position. Defensively, Roquan Smith, 107 tackles for a loss, 12 for Justin Madubuike. I guess they changed his first name in this to Nadami. Odafe away here. A lot of just whack names. 11 tackles for a loss for Michael Pierce. course, 8 for Kyle Van Noy. Sacks, 12 for Kyle Van Noy. Extremely underrated veteran. A lot of people just write him off because he's old, but he's been great for the Ravens in real life. Matabike with 11 sacks, 6 for Odafe, and then interceptions, 3 for Roquan Smith and Marlon Humphrey. Safeties on the team is 0 defensive touchdowns is 0. Since the defense is so bad, I might as well just change the playbook. I usually run Atlanta's defense, but I tried out Dallas's defense in this. Always go with Dallas's offense. It's always super broken in Madden simulation. Where is the Cleveland defense? I want to try that out to see if their 4-3 scheme will work a lot better. They have a lot of 4-6 formations as well, so we'll see how that works out against the Jets here. I'm not going to do any cuts or anything. Let's just play the Jets. 12-5 Jets. Can we beat them at home? Wild card round. We do. Here to face the 12-5 Buffalo Bills. We have a better offense, defense, overall team. We're playing at home versus the Bills, and we lose because that's just Madden simulation. Let's move in to the offseason. And the Niners finally win another Super Bowl. It took them long enough. What have they lost, like three in a row in the last 3 Super Bowls? Brock Purdy wins the Super Bowl MVP, and the Bills are 0-5 in the Super Bowl now. Patrick Mahomes, of course, another league MVP. Josh Allen, Offensive Player of the Year. TJ Watt finally gets his deserved Defensive Player of the Year, and there are no awards here for the Ravens. In the AFC North, Russell Wilson, Cam Hayward, Cordero Patterson, and Josh Johnson all retire. For the team upgrades, Rashad Bateman doesn't go to superstar development after having 15 touchdowns. That really sucks. You see Derrick Henry is starting to regress down to an 88 overall without the boost. And then everyone else here looks the exact same. No actual upgrades. Defensively, though, any upgrades for the team? No, really? Not even for Kyle Van Noy having 12 sacks? Ridiculous, dude. I'm going to keep him on the team, but unfortunately no upgrades for the team. So clearly the problem with our defense, allowing 22nd in the league, 24.8 average defensive points per game, and then at defensive passing with Kyle Hamilton, with Marcus Williams, with Nate Wiggins, with Marlon Humphrey, we're last in the league. That's ridiculous, dude. Players ready to negotiate. Kyle Hamilton, I'll accept this option. He no longer has an interest with the team. What happened? He had an interest with the team, and it's because he doesn't have a mentor. All right. And Tyler Linderbaum, of course, I'm going to accept that option. Brandon Stevens, I kind of want back, but at the same time, I can't have him forever. I'll do a 1-year contract if he wants to accept this. He does accept that, so that's fine with me. Everyone else here is going to walk. $8.4 million to spend in free agency. Obviously, I'm not going to do that. We're just going to skip into the draft. So now that I re-signed Brandon Stevens, I don't necessarily need to draft a defensive back. Of course, I would like to draft maybe an outside linebacker, but Brandon Stevens is only on the 1-year contract, so we're going to see what we have here. We got a zone, a man-to-man. The zone guy has A to B awareness, though. Joe McAllister out of Tennessee. 5'11", almost 200 pounds, 23 years old, elite strength, great speed, great acceleration, ran a 4.44, and then A stamina, B block shedding, A to B awareness. He's going to be a high overall already because he has an A to B awareness, B zone coverage, B tackle. I'm already going to pull the trigger on this. I'm not even going to look at the other defensive backs here. Joe McAllister ranked 13 in the class, picked him at 27. Normal development. Really sucks, but he still looks really good. I could put him in the slot. Hopefully he could get like Defensive Rookie of the Year or something like that. In round number 2, picking up a new offensive guard. You got Nelson Mooney out of Oklahoma, 6'4", 322. Hidden development, 91 strength for rookie is great. A's and B's across the board. Athletically, he looked really good. B+ pick. Now this is the team after the draft. McAllister is a 76 overall, so I was right. He would be a high overall, but unfortunately, no development trait. 72 overall for Nelson Mooney with a development trait. Picked up this guy in the 3rd round, 67 overall. Then I stopped drafting after year number 2 with Diontae Johnson on the team. I'm pretty sure as soon as you sign them in free agency on your own roster, they automatically get a 3-year contract, which is annoying. And of course, whenever I have a right guard, the AI for some reason decides to move them to left guard and not put them at the position that they're supposed to play. It's extremely annoying, but Mooney is going to start over Daniel Falalele here, even though Daniel Falalele is what, like 6'8", 380 pounds. Dude is massive, and he still can't block. But for the rest of the team, I mean, it wasn't a huge upgrade for the team. Diontae Johnson is regressing. We're going to try to get him a ring within these next couple of years for the team, but Kyle Hamilton's contract is coming up. Brandon Stevens, McAllister goes up to a 77 after the preseason XP. We're going to put him at the number 3. We're going to also put him up there. I forgot that we drafted TJ Tampa. He's only a 61, well, 69 in the slot, 71 overall. It was like a projected 2nd round pick in the draft, and he fell to the 5th round, which was pretty nuts to me, but we have a lot of depth at receiver here. It's not crazy good players, but again, a lot of depth. Rashad Bateman, Diontae Johnson, Tez Walker here, and then everything else seems pretty good for now. 89 overall team. Hopefully the Cleveland playbook works out pretty well. Let's move into the midseason mark. We are 5-2 here at the midseason mark, top of the division, and then the Browns, I mean, really everyone, Browns, Bengals, Steelers, all in contention still to take the division. I mean, that could go for any team really, but let's look at the scouting national focus. What do I specifically need here? Still interior offensive line, but also I'm probably going to lose some edge rushers and Odafe away, so I could probably look into that. But for now, I'm going to play it safe and just do middle linebacker because I still need another right outside linebacker or maybe depth behind Roquan Smith. And we have some weekly awards. Lamar Jackson, 4 passing touchdowns, 2 rushing touchdowns, 6 total touchdowns here as he has over 400 total yards, completely balled out. Who was that against? He balled out against the Lions, 41-35. Our defense still allowing 35 points is crazy. And for the cap room, we only have $6.4 million. So yeah, I should probably change my scouting national focus. I mean, I know Lamar's taking up all the cap, but we're losing Isaiah Likely, Mark Andrews, Odafe Away, Derrick Henry. We're losing everyone just like that. I signed Brandon Stevens on a 1-year deal. It's crazy. Who are we giving all the money to other than Lamar if all these guys are pending contracts? Zay Flowers contract is still on a rookie deal. And we haven't even paid Kyle Hamilton or Tyler Linderbaum. I mean, Marlon Humphrey isn't getting paid that much. We're not even paying big money to an edge rusher. Who is this money going to other than Lamar, of course? I mean, Stanley's on a 2-year deal. That's kind of ridiculous. But for now, let's just move into the playoffs. We better win the Super Bowl this year. We are 11-6 as the Steelers take the division and the Bengals take it over us as well. Everyone finished 11-6 in the division. Unfortunate. For the stats and awards, Lamar Jackson, still another great season. Not top 10 in yards or touchdowns, but 13th offense, 24th defense. Still doesn't make any sense. 4,300 yards, 33 touchdowns, 7 receptions, 111 pass rating. In my opinion, this was much better than the previous season. Less interceptions, more touchdowns. Lamar Jackson, 4 rushing touchdowns this season. 2 of them came in 1 game. Derrick Henry, though, 17 rushing touchdowns, and then 4.2 average, 1,100 yards. Rashad Bateman with another great season, 1,200 yards, 8 touchdowns. Still not going to get superstar development, I bet. Mark Andrews, 6 touchdowns, almost 1,000 yards. Zay Flowers, 800 yards, 6 touchdowns. Diontae Johnson putting in work, 10 touchdowns, 800 yards. Defensively, Roquan Smith, 119 tackles. Trent Simpson with 107 and 6.5 sacks. Great year from him. 12 tackles for a loss for Matabike, 9 for Odafe Away. Sacks, 12 for Matabike, 9 for Odafe Away, 7.5 for Van Noy, 6.5 for Trent Simpson. Interceptions, 3 for Smith and Marcus Williams. And then safeties on the team is 0. Defensive touchdowns is 0. And we beat the Indianapolis Colts. They might still have Joe Flacco and move on to the divisional round. We do. Here to face the 11-6 Cincinnati Bengals. We are way better than them in every overall stat. They have home field advantage, but that didn't matter to us last year, and we beat them here. Here to face the 9-8 New York Jets. Is Aaron Rodgers still the QB here? Did he retire in simulation? He is still the QB, but he's down to an 83 overall. So let's see if we can beat the New York Jets to move on to the Super Bowl with Diontae Johnson. Here we are versus the Jets, and they're going to start out with 7. We're going to respond with nothing so far, and then finally we put 7 on the board versus them. 14-7 at halftime. We open up the half with 3 points. Nice stuff. And then they're going to score 14 on us. Now take back the lead. Offense needs to wake up, please. And we're driving down the field right now, but it's going to be 24-21. Don't choke. Don't choke. And they choked. They choked. They really did that. They really just choked. We're in overtime. They're going to drive down the field. This is playoff rules. Defense needs your help. 31-24, and we need a score. And I'm going to need to hop into this one, try to come back for the team. First down and 10. Let's see what we have. Is Zay Flowers seriously going to come across like that? No way you overthrew a touchdown, Lamar. You're a 99 overall. That is unacceptable. Why? Second down and 10. Their safeties are down. Oh, that should be up and above. There you go. Rashad Bateman. That is going to be a touchdown. Please have speed. Michael Carter is going to get thrown off. And just like that, we have a touchdown. And nope, let me hop in the game. I'm not going to, why would I ever give the Jets the ball back to get the game-winning field goal or whatever? No, take a timeout. Why did I do that? What I meant to say is, why would I give the Jets the ball back when I can just go for 2 and just end the game? Why would I ever do that? I'm not relying on my Ravens defense, which is 24th in the NFL, to win me the game. That's so stupid. Why would anyone just not go for 2 here in this scenario? And they're not even running goal line. So I'm just going to use my superstar X Factor Derrick Henry, go to the other side of Williams, and of course, just going to run it in with Henry and win the game. It's that simple. If you don't come out and goal line on the goal line, then you're going to lose the game. It's that easy. 32-31. We're going to be moving on to the Super Bowl. Lamar Jackson, 4 passing touchdowns, along with Aaron Rodgers also having 4 passing touchdowns. Here we are in the Super Bowl, here to face the 11-6 Green Bay Packers, Aaron Rodgers' former team. Of course, they get there without him. Let's see the team upgrades in the Super Bowl. And of course, Rashad Bateman, no superstar development again, is unfortunate. Mooney has star development. Everyone else here looks the same. Diontae Johnson has a chance to get a Super Bowl ring here. Of course, he can't get that with the Steelers with their current team. Yes, Russell Wilson is doing better. He's not going to win you a Super Bowl, though. Everyone else here looks the exact same. No upgrade for Joe McAllister, which really sucks again. But let's see what we have here in the Super Bowl against Jordan Love. Here we are versus the Green Bay Packers. We're going to open up with 7. Nice start. We're going to hold them as well. Defense doing good. Josh Jacobs, huge run there. Offense needs to wake up here as it is 14-14 game. They're going to make it 17-14. Offense, please do something. Please do something. What are you doing? What are you doing? And of course, the AI doesn't let me hop in whenever the game is getting close to the end. I understand I chose to not hop in, but it's like, come on. They're running out the clock. It's key moments. Let me hop in for that. 20-14 as we're going to lose the Super Bowl to the Green Bay Packers. Offense did nothing. And I hate to say it, but we might have just missed our Super Bowl window. Josh Jacobs wins the Super Bowl MVP. Patrick Mahomes, back-to-back league MVPs. Cooper Kupp, Offensive Player of the Year. No awards here for the Ravens. For the retirements, Joe Bitonio and fullback for the Bengals retired. For the players ready to negotiate, we only have $10 million. I'll accept the option for Zay Flowers, but I'm probably going to tag and trade someone. Derrick Henry's down to an 82 overall. Odafe away. I'm probably going to have to let walk. I wouldn't mind Travis Jones, but he's going to have to let go too. David Ojabo wants $10 million a year to be a backup edge rusher. No, we're not doing that. Isaiah Likely, probably going to pay him, even though it's $8 million a year, which is pretty hefty for someone like him as a backup tight end, but that's probably what he wants in real life. So with that being said, I'm going to tag and trade Mark Andrews, dump down his contracts completely, so that way we make sure he doesn't accept this. And Mark Andrews rejects the contract. That's fine. And then we're going to go over to Isaiah Likely. Is anyone else here that I really want? Probably not. Now we're going to lose all of our interior defensive line. Yeah, our team is going to completely regress after this point. 3-year contract for Isaiah Likely. He resigns on that, and then we're going to tag and trade Mark Andrews. We're losing Odafe away, Derrick Henry, Travis Jones, even Keaton Mitchell, our new starting back. Maybe should have re-signed him as well. Jordan Stout, our punter as well. Let's go tag and trade Mark Andrews. So I want to make this kind of realistic because no one is going to trade a first-round pick for a 30-year-old tight end with a $17 million cap hit. And, okay, so do math for me. Notice on the side how it says negative 15 million cap room. If I trade away 17.9, I should be in the positive. No, negative 6.28. Doesn't make any logical sense there. Lamar's taking up 74 million of our cap. Roquan Smith, 28. Matabike, 31. Okay, so I guess that's where all of our cap room went. Can I trade any away someone's terrible contract? Marcus Williams is getting paid a bag. Rashad Bateman's getting paid a bit. Wow, Rashad Bateman and Justin Tucker have the same contract. Yeah, I don't really think I can trade away anyone, and I might just be stuck with the contract. Why does Broderick Washington have a $5 million cap hit? I'm going to go cut him. Okay, let me go cut Broderick Washington real quick as our defense is completely gone, and it looks like I'm going to be stuck with, okay, no, I'll take a penalty. Why did we sign Broderick Washington to such a big deal with a penalty? I guess re-signing Isaiah Likely was a bad move. Mark Andrews I can't even trade away now. Super frustrating. I don't have a running back. I need my entire defensive line to be revamped. Yeah, so I'm going to need to go draft an edge rusher. Bad stuff. Let's just skip into the draft. We are at pick 31. I doubt we're going to get a crazy good edge rusher at the spot. Oh, wow. Look at how nice this is. Clark Eppard out of Clemson. F zone coverage. We don't need him to be good there. Elite strength, decent speed, good jumping, B play rec, B finesse moves, B block shedding, B to D awareness. I'm going to look at the other prospects, but that's definitely someone to keep an eye on there. Yeah, there's no other really good edge rushers here. Kevin Holt, he's a speed rusher, 6'3", at Rhode Island. Really not better than the other guy. Yeah, the other guy's definitely going to be the pick. Clark Eppard here. Let's see what you got out of Clemson. 6'4", 250, and you will be a C pick, ranked 86 in the class. Hidden development, though, so we can work with that. Gerald Lewis here out of Washington. Run stopper, 233. He's definitely more of a 4-3 linebacker, not an edge rusher. He looks really good, though. B zone coverage. I kind of want to take this, but I definitely still need defensive tackle. I'm going to do it anyways. I don't care. This guy looks really, really good. I'm going to put him at right outside linebacker. Hidden development out of Washington. Run stopper, 6 foot, 233. Nice skills across the board. And we picked up this guy, Kyle Mills. Picked him at 95, ranked 294 in the class. Speed rusher. hidden dev out of App State, baby. But yeah, I guess we'll start him. Why not? And in the 5th round, picking up defensive tackle Brady Wallner here out of Washington State. 6'2", 317, hidden development, 91 strength for a rookie is great. Picked him up because of the elite strength. Dude, I hate EA. Look at this. Look at my punters that I'm scouting. Power archetype. Click on him. Physicals. Power. Kicking power. Poor. Why? Why is that a thing? He's clearly not a power archetype. Then accurate archetype. Decent, elite speed. You know what? Sure. He looks good. He has physicals. We're just going to pick up a punter. Ranked 65 in the class. It's actually kind of crazy. 89 kick power, sure. After the draft, Epperds is 71, 73 for Gerald Lewis, 64 for Kyle Mills, but he has hidden development. Dion Weathersby doesn't have a development. This guy does, 70 overall. My punter's a 72. That's nice. And I forgot to draft a running back, so Rasheed Ali is going to be my running back now. Can I move Tez Walker to running back? You know how fire that'd be? But 193, let's see, 94 speed, 93 acceleration. You know what? Honestly, let's do it. I don't even care at this point. I don't care if he's too light to play running back. I don't need more receiver depth at this point. Number 81 at running back, Tez Walker. Sure, why not? I just do it just because we got this guy Walls here. Chad Walls, baby. 6'2", 213. This guy could be a running back, actually. This guy might be, but he's a 67 overall, so we're not going to do that. Let's just, honestly, I just don't have a running back. I know it's funny, but I have too much depth at receiver, so let's just do that for now. Defensively, Waller's there. Lewis, we're going to move up. Eppard is a 72 overall. We're going to move him down. All right, so a lot of potential on this team. Lewis, the outside linebacker, is a 74. Mills is up to a 66. We got Wallner there. Eppard, Wallner, I already said that. But everything else, it really doesn't look horrible because of the hidden developments, but it's definitely a step back on the defense. Offensively, doesn't look that bad either. Not having a running back really sucks. But Tez Walker, yeah, you're gonna play everything. Actually, yeah, you're not playing power back now that I think about it. And then we got Diontae Johnson. I paid Isaiah Likely, and I still have Mark Andrews. Lewis is gonna move up. Wallner is gonna move up, and then Eppard. Why is Trent Simpson rushing off the edge? I do not want that. I'm gonna put not Adise Isaac, but I'm gonna put the other guy Lewis on the edge, and we're going to be going into year number 3. Not Lewis, but Kyle Mills is who I want at the rush right end. We're going to try him out. He's only a 66, don't expect much, but let's see what we got at the midseason mark. Midseason mark, defensive passing game has improved, defense rushing game has gone down. That makes sense, but we're still 5-2, top of the division. Good stuff. Scouting national focus, I'm still going to do outside linebacker for an edge rusher. I don't think Mills is the answer there. And for the players we need to negotiate, we suddenly have $91 million. Where was that in the previous season? I'm trading Mark Andrews now, and we can get DeAndre Swift and a 4th round pick for Mark Andrews. Honestly, I kind of want to do that. And due to the salary cap restrictions, what salary cap? What? I just said I had $91 million. The salary cap thing in Madden makes no logical sense. Where is the guy with $5 million cap room that does not need it? Broderick Washington. This guy. Get him off my team. And can I have DeAndre Swift now for a 4th and a 7th? What? It still says I don't have the money. Do the Bears not have the money? If the Bears, like, why would, wait, we still have the money. This can 100% go through, and the AI is saying no. Like, this is so stupid. Dude, we both have the money here. Now I suddenly don't have the money. Dude, I'm gonna fight someone right now. Clark Eppard has superstar development. Just saw that. Can I just trade away someone? Like, this is super annoying. How I have to, sure, this guy. Just get the cap off my team, please. Please go through. Thank you, Mark Andrews, Broderick Washington, for DeAndre Swift. Tez Walker, I don't have to worry about it anymore. My gosh, that took forever to work that out. Now we have a superstar back. Once again, of course, the Ravens are a run first team, so I'm really cool with having this. And, of course, now I'm honestly just going to change my Cleveland playbook. I don't know why I didn't do this before. As always, I usually run Atlanta's playbook. Tried out Cleveland's, didn't work out. For the players ready to negotiate, Kyle Hamilton doesn't want to be here because he wants to have a mentor. I will sign a mentor for him, but for right now, I'm going to have Tyler Linderbaum, 5-year deal. He re-signs on that. Marlon Humphrey, I do want back. Let's give him a 1-year contract for now. Slowly work down his contract as he regresses. I kind of want Rashad Bateman back. I want Trent Simpson back. I want Marcus Williams. I kind of don't want Diontae Johnson. Ronnie Stanley here, and then all these other extras. We have Kellen Mond now. Forgot about that guy. And then Nate Wiggins. I probably will accept that option. But for now, let's go get that mentor for Kyle Hamilton. Jimmy Ward, mentor / bridge player. We're going to sign him, and we don't have the money. Dude, you have to be kidding me. We have the money. We have the money to do this. And oh my gosh, dude, I'm going to have to pay Kyle Hamilton an absolute bag now just because I can't afford to sign a $3 million mentor. That's so dumb. That is so stupid. Now I'm going to have to pay him from $20 million to $25 million, and he still doesn't accept the offer. All right. Rashad Bateman, let's do a 4-year contract with him, and he wants to not. Okay. Everyone just deciding to be picky on the same day. Trent Simpson thinks he deserves $11 million a year to be a secondary linebacker. Absolutely not. We're going to wait on that. And how much does he think he owes, well, deserves, if I put him at middle linebacker? Put him at middle linebacker, he goes down 1 overall. It saves us $2 million, but that really doesn't help us overall, so back to left outside linebacker. This game is just extremely frustrating. I have $21 million in 2027 available cap room. Me signing a mentor for $3 million over the cap room will not break the bank, EA. Really won't. Let's move into the playoffs. 12-5 here with the team #1 seed after losing our entire defense. That's EA Sports for you. Stats and awards, Lamar Jackson, 3rd for passing yards, 13th passing touchdowns, 10th best offense, 16th best defense. Okay, we got somewhere. 4,700 yards, 32 touchdowns, 11 receptions, 112 pass rating. DeAndre Swift here, no fumbles, 12 touchdowns, only 3.5 average. That's not good, but Lamar Jackson with 14 rushing touchdowns is crazy. Receiving-wise, Diontae Johnson finally breaking out for us. 14 touchdowns, 1,400 yards. He's going to get superstar development. Zay Flowers, 7 touchdowns, 1,000 yards. Rashad Bateman, almost 1,000 yards, 3 touchdowns. Isaiah Likely, 4 touchdowns, 500 yards, only because Mark Andrews was the starter for half the season. Roquan Smith, 102 tackles for a loss, 20 for Clark Eppard, amazing. And then Kyle Mills with 19 tackles for a loss, 19 for Madden as well. So even though they didn't have a lot of sacks, those tackles for a loss were really, really good. You love to see it. Interceptions, 4 for Marlon Humphrey, 4 for Nate Wiggins. They might be the answer at that position. Safety, 0 defensive touchdowns is 1 for Trent Simpson. And here we are to face the Tennessee Titans in the divisional round with the Ravens having a first seed. I don't think that worked out very well last time, especially with Derrick Henry, but we beat them. Here to face the 11-6 Jacksonville Jaguars to go back-to-back Super Bowls, even with a regressed team. Here we are versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. They're going to start out with nothing. We're going to start out with nothing. They don't do anything. Nobody's scoring right now. We're in the second quarter, and it is 0-0 at halftime, 7-0. Finally, we score 7-7 game here. Offense does nothing, 14-15. No way we lost on a 2-point conversion. There's no way. You've got to be kidding me, dude. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do at this point? We just lost whenever we had the game. Typical Ravens game. Lamar sucked. No touchdowns for him on the day. 78 pass rating and interception. My gosh, dude. Come on. And the Giants win the Super Bowl with their new QB. I was about to say there's no way Daniel Jones did that. Brandon Garrison, 24-28. Jaguars lose their first ever Super Bowl. J.J. McCarthy, league MVP. Yeah, highly doubt that. Mike McCarthy, coach of the year. Yeah, that's even more laughable. No, rookie of the year for the Ravens. Unfortunate. In the AFC North, Tyler Boyd retires on the Steelers. For the team upgrades, Diontae Johnson goes back to superstar development. I believe he had in the previous year. Tyler Linderbaum goes up to superstar development. That's nice to see. No other upgrades on the offense. 90 overall team. Defensively, Eppard had superstar development and goes up to superstar X Factor for no reason. W. Eppard is a W pick there for the Ravens. Definitely the best edge rusher we've had in a long time. And then Mills, superstar development. I mean, these guys, I guess, are the answers. Did he earn that or did he come with that? He earned superstar development. So massive W for the team. Team potential looks really nice. And then Matabike goes to superstar. Wallner has star dev. And then McAllister also gets star dev. Lewis has star dev as well. Really good defense now. Actually, I'm really surprised with how this turned out. We have 1 more year to try and make this happen. Of course, I have to pay Kyle Hamilton an absolute bag because the AI is just stupid. Now I have to pay him. Oh, no, now he just doesn't want to play for the team because I can't spend $3 million to sign a player for half a season as a mentor. That's so stupid. That is so dumb. Of course, I'm going to accept the option of Nate Wiggins. I'm going to tag Kyle Hamilton. There's no way you're going to tell me I'm not doing that. We're going to do neutral and increase the bonus a little bit for Rashad Bateman to get him to stay. He resigns on that. And then we're going to get Trent Simpson. Does he want to stay? I don't want to sign him for $13 million. I'm going to be real. I really don't want to. I may have to, though. But Marcus Williams, I want back for another year. Ronnie Stanley, I want back for at least another year. He's $20 million. Line does not affect in simulation. I've ran a test on this before. Offensive line does not. but I want it to be realistic. But he's also 33. He's regressing. I'm not paying $20 million a year for that for 1 year. All these other guys don't want. Ronnie Stanley's going to walk. Vahorez is going to walk. Diontae Johnson, he just had an amazing season. Why would I not re-sign him? He re-signs with the team. I thought he was about to hit free agency. Marcus Williams, I want back. 3-year deal. You're smoking, bud. We'll do 2 years since we're on the final season anyways. Increase that for you. He re-signs with the team. And then Trent Simpson, I'm going to re-sign with this last contract. He re-signs with the team. And then I'm going to tag Kyle Hamilton for this final year. Ronnie Stanley and Vahorez and all these other extras are going to walk. We haven't participated in free agency once in this rebuild. Let's move into the draft. And the left tackles at the end of the first round are already at day 3, guys. Wow. What craziness. As we have a right tackle here. Brenton Cunningham out of whatever this is. TCU, skills, F, injury, A, lead block. He doesn't even look worth a first-round pick. Is there a left guard here? He's a 3rd rounder. Oh my gosh, dude. I guess I'm just going to pull the trigger on Brenton Cunningham. He's probably going to have normal development. I'm going to move Rosengarten to right tackle. Ranked 83 in the class. Normal dev, of course. We got the pass protector, the left guard, Greg Bartell out of Florida. 6'2", 300 pounds. Good speed, A awareness. Good enough for me. I saw the Fs across the board. I don't care. Still has hidden development. Makes no sense. He's going to start. David Bacon. I got to draft him just for the name. 6'3", 250 out of Oregon. Solids, goods, A's across the board. A pursuit, A awareness. Got to pick him. Ranked 10 in the class. Picked him at 78. Normal development. Thank you, EA. Randall Henry out of Clemson. 330, 6'4", elite strength. All I need to see. Let's draft him. See what he has. And he ranks 72 in the class. B+ pick. Hidden development. 98 strength for a rookie is nuts. Building up more of that defensive line. And Brent Cunningham is a 71. He's going to be at right tackle. Greg Bartell's a 72. 75 for David Bacon, but normal development. Randall Harvey, 72 overall. Got this guy in the 4th round, 64. Then I stopped at drafting after that. Let's move into the 4th and final season. Now, this is the team moving into the 4th and final season. Honestly, not the worst that it could have been. Surprised we still have Diontae Johnson, and he hasn't regressed too far. Team, honestly, doesn't look as bad as I thought it would be with all the regression. It was crazy how we got Eppard and Mills and Wallner all in the same draft class, and we still maintain the team. But this is the 4th and final year. I'm not going to do the midseason mark. Let's just skip into the playoffs. Hopefully we don't get screwed by the AI again. We finished 10-7 here as we finished top of the division, as nobody else in our division makes the playoffs. I guess in 2027, I was about to say 2077. This is not Cyberpunk, but in 2027, I guess the AFC North is washed. Stats and awards. Let's see what we got here. Lamar, easily top 5 QB there. 4th best offense in the NFL. 13th defense, and we're 10-7. Lamar, 4,700 yards, 36 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, 113 pass rating. DeAndre Swift, 2 fumbles, 14 touchdowns, 4.2 average, 1,000 yards. Lamar Jackson with a fumble and 6 touchdowns. Receiving wise, Rashad Bateman, 1,100 yards, 9 touchdowns. Diontae Johnson, 9 touchdowns, 1,100 yards. Isaiah Likely, 106 receptions, 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns. Zay Flowers, 8 touchdowns, almost 1,000 yards. Great ball distribution here. Isaiah Likely, hopefully he gets superstar development there. And then defensively, Roquan Smith with 104 tackles for a loss, 15 for Matabike, 14 for Eppard, 7 for Trent Simpson, sacks, 11 for Eppard, 10 for Matabike, 10 for Mills. Wow, we drafted a great defensive line in one draft. Interceptions, 5 for Roquan Smith is crazy, 4 for Marcus Williams. Great that we re-signed him. Safety, 0 defensive touchdowns, 1 for Trent Simpson. Let's see if we can beat the Tennessee Titans to move on to the divisional round here, and we do. Here to face the 13-4 Kansas City Chiefs, of course, dude. I have to hop into this. It's the Chiefs. We're probably going to lose this. Here we are versus the Kansas City Chiefs. We're going to start out 7-0 versus the Chiefs, and our defense is holding very well. 10-7 versus the Chiefs now. Halftime is 17-7. We open up with a half 24-7. Offense is balling. Defense is balling as well, and we somehow beat the Kansas City Chiefs 24-7, but we can't beat the Jacksonville Jaguars. EA Sports. Here to face the 11-6 Houston Texans to potentially go to the Super Bowl once again. Here we are versus the Houston Texans at their home stadium. We start out with 7. They didn't start out with anything. 10-0 game versus the Texans. Defense holding strong. 17-0 at halftime. We open up half 24-0. Now 24-3, of course. Now 24-10. We're choking a little bit. Not really choking at all. 24-10 as we will be moving back to the Super Bowl with the Baltimore Ravens. Hopefully we can finally cap it off this time. Here to face the league MVP, J.J. McCarthy, Minnesota Vikings. Yeah, sure, dude. As if J.J. McCarthy would ever win a league MVP. And Isaiah Likely does get superstar development. It's crazy that Rashad Bateman hasn't gotten superstar development this entire rebuild. He's been balling for us, but I'm not going to force it. Mooney goes up to superstar development. That's awesome to see. Of course, no upgrade for Cunningham. Team looks great. Potentially, we could get a ring here for Diontae Johnson. I doubt he'll be with the team this long in real life. Eppert, of course, still an X Factor. Matabike goes up to an X Factor. Marcus Williams goes up to superstar development. Honestly, I think I built this team better than it was with Eppert and Mills. Really lucky picks there. I'm not going to lie, especially with how well they developed quickly too in only a span of 2 seasons. 92 overall team. We're facing the 86 overall 9-8 Vikings. This should be a sweep, but of course it's Madden, so it won't be. Here we are versus the Minnesota Vikings. They're going to open up with 7. We're going to start with a punt. So they're going to respond with another 7. Defense not holding well. Offense finally scores 21-7 at halftime. We open up half with nothing. They're going to make it a 28-14 game here, and we are going to lose. Okay, I guess what is this? Full game? Can I play the full game? Okay, I don't even know what happened there. It just glitched out. 28-14. J.J. McCarthy wins the Super Bowl. We lost the conference championship. We lost a divisional round game, and we've lost 2 Super Bowls. I don't know what to say past that point. The point of the rebuild is to, of course, win the Super Bowl. I can't do anything. If the AI decides that I'm a 92 overall team and I lose to a 9-8, 86 overall J.J. McCarthy Minnesota Vikings, so be it, I guess. I physically can't control how retarded Madden's AI gets. So I guess it is what it is. And if you can hear the salt in my voice, I'm extremely salty. Diontae Johnson does not get a ring. Instead, he gets 2 Super Bowl losses. It's not a loss of a rebuild, I think. I didn't think I failed the rebuild here, especially with the team I built. I just got screwed out of EA. I know some people are going to be like, oh, you're just complaining, Vic. I don't even care, dude. I built a really good team, in my opinion, especially with how I had to manage the cap room in that scenario. Anyways, guys, apart from that, I thank you guys all for watching. I don't think it's a failed rebuild, but I do think we built a really good team. I'm just going to chalk it up to EA just being total nerds and saying, oh, well, technically, this based on this, this, and this, the AI is just going to screw you because, of course, we have to make everything extremely difficult because we're EA and we're a multi-billion-dollar company and can't use real logic. But anyways, apart from that, once again, thank you guys all for watching. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Comment down below which team you want me to rebuild next, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.